Hello students, welcome to the class of antenna and wave propagation. In the previous class we have discussed the current continuity equation and we have derived the formula for the current density J in terms of this conductivity and electric field. Now we have to derive the equation for the relaxation time for that using that. So before going to that, let us uh, let us examine some conditions or the material property, how this behave related to this conductivity. That is, when it is a good conductor, then what happens, and when it is a good insulator, then what happens. So case 1, case 1, when sigma is infinity, that is good conductor. Okay, so from the equation we have derived in the previous class, J equal to sigma E. This can be rewritten as in terms of electric field as J upon sigma. तो यहाँ पे अगर ये infinity होती है, if sigma is infinity, then the electric field is 0. Okay, which it's denote that the electric field inside the conductor is 0. So sigma, that is conductivity, is equal to infinity, which denotes that the material is a good conductor, or it can simply a conductors. And from this equation we conclude that in conductor electric field cannot exist. In conductors electric field can not exist. किसी भी कंडक्टर में इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड नहीं होता है. ठीक है. Now from the equation of the potential in terms of the electric field, we can also say that the potential difference inside the conductor is also 0. It shows that the potential difference, that is V equal to 0, shows that conductor is a equipotential surface. Conductor is an equipotential surface and it never supports potential difference. So conductors are conductors, or simply conductor is equipotential surface, and it never supports and it never supports potential difference. ठीक है, ये कभी भी पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस को सपोर्ट नहीं करता है. सेकंड केस में अगर हमारी कंडक्टिविटी 0 हो तब क्या होगी. तो this is the case 1. Now let us see the case where conductivity is 0. जहां कंडक्टिविटी 0 होगी, तो let us see this second case when sigma is equal to 0. That is, the conductivity is 0. So from this equation, this minor forms of the Ohm's law, that is electric field is equal to J upon sigma. Okay, and if this term is 0, then here electric field will be infinite, or practically its value is very high in a insulator. So sigma equal to 0 means that is conductivity is equal to 0. This is denotes that conductivity is 0. Okay, this implies that the material is the material is the material is a good dielectric. Okay, so in a good dielectric, current can't flows. If sigma is 0, then J is equal to 0, so current can't flows. So second option, second conclusion is current in current cannot flow. Current cannot flow in a good dielectric. So here we can see that in this a region, say this is the region and this is the dielectric region, there is no flow of current, the electric field is infinite, so there will be a potential difference. So voltage and potential difference can exist. So voltage and potential difference can exist. So potential difference can exist, and hence this result in and hence a large electric field. Large electric field. So we have seen these two cases when the conductivity is 0 and when the conductivity is infinite. Now using this concepts and the equations of the current continuity equation, we are now able to we move forward to derive the equation for relaxation time of any medium or material. So let us define the relaxation time. So relaxation time. Relaxation time. We know that we have a equation. We know that from the minor form of Ohm's law, we have J is equal to sigma E, this equation. And we have derived the current continuity equation, that is the divergence of J is equal to decreasing rate of change of volume charge density per unit time. Okay. We have also have a relationship of the electric flux density with the electric field as this. So let this will be equation 1, this will be equation 2, and this will be equation 3. So these three equations. So putting the value of equation 1, that is J equal to sigma E into, so putting the value of value of J from equation 1 to equation 2. Now here if we put the value of J, then this will become the divergence of sigma E, and this will be equal to the minus del rho V upon del T. This conductivity terms is constant, so we will take it outside to the divergence. So this sigma del dot E is equal to minus del rho V upon del T. Now from equation 3 we have the relationship of this flux density to that of the electric field intensity. So putting the value of this, so sigma, this divergence of this flux density d upon epsilon naught, if it is a free space then it will be a epsilon naught equal to this minus del rho V upon del T. So rearranging these equations, we have this sigma is constant, so we will epsilon naught is constant, so we will take it outside. So this will become del dot D and sigma upon epsilon naught, and it is equal to del rho V upon del T, decreasing rate. So from here del dot D is equal to this epsilon naught upon sigma, and this is minus del rho V upon del T. So this is the equation we have. So let us say this is equation 1, 2, 3 or 4. Equation 4. So here D, del dot D. So from Gauss law, we have del dot D is equal to the volume charge density. So putting this value, this will become rho V is equal to epsilon naught sigma into minus del rho V upon del T. if it is a medium other than air, so it will be epsilon only, and it is equal to epsilon relative permittivity into the permittivity of the free space. Okay, so rearranging these terms, we have this del rho v upon rho v. This del rho v upon rho v is equal to minus sigma upon E into del T. So this equation will become homogeneous linear differential equation. Now we have to evaluate this homogeneous linear differential equation So we have to evaluate this homogeneous linear differential equation. So integrating by both sides of the equation, so integrating on both sides, then we have this integration of 1 by rho v. So this integration of rho v will give natural log of this rho v plus constant term, and this is dt, so it will become minus sigma E into t. Now इस इक्वेशन में हमें कांस्टेंट की वैल्यू इवैल्यूएट करनी है. So at t equal to 0, we have to put a boundary condition. At t equal to 0, we have to find the value of this c. So putting t equal to 0, then c is equal to minus of ln rho v, and this charge density is at time equal to 0, so we put a suffix 0, rho v naught. So we have a value of constant term, therefore the equation become this ln rho v minus ln rho v naught equal to sigma upon epsilon naught into t. So this is the equation. So rearranging this equation, we have natural log of this rho v upon rho v naught, and it will become minus sigma upon epsilon naught into t. Now taking antilog on both sides, taking anti-log on both sides, this equation will become this rho v upon rho v naught is equal to e power minus sigma upon epsilon into t. So from here, this is the constant. The final equation become this rho v naught e power minus sigma upon epsilon t. So this is the equations which shows the variation of the volume charge density with respect to time for a given material. Now from here from here, this equation can also be written as this rho v is equal to rho v naught e power minus T r by T. Sorry, T is multiplied, so T upon Tr. Here Tr is epsilon upon sigma, called relaxation time. This is the relaxation time. So both the cases, in the previous cases from the Ohm's law, we have discussed that when conductivity is zero, it's behave as a good dielectric, and for dielectric it has a permittivity. So this epsilon holds electric field, and conductivity of a given material allows flow of current. Flow of current. So relaxation time is the ratio. So it is the ratio. So the relaxation time is the ratio. So by definition, it is the ratio. It is the ratio of a material it is the ratio of material which shows its ability to hold and allow charges. So which shows its ability to hold and allow charges. Okay. So this is the relaxation time. So thank you for today. Stay safe, stay healthy.